Alright, so we have a GE dishwasher here. Now, we have already checked the element, which is a heater on the dishwasher, which is basically underneath the unit. Disconnect the wires, set your meter to continuity, and you should get a reading. If the element is good, you will get continuity. Don't worry about the resistance. If the element is good, you'll get a reading. Yes. Now, the next thing you want to check on your heater, or your dishwasher I should say, is the thermal fuse. You do have a fuse that is underneath the unit. It has a purple wire and a purple and white wire. Check those for continuity, which is what I'm doing. If the dishwasher gets too hot, that will trip and will stop your unit from heating. So those are some things you want to check. Those are the easiest to check. And then you definitely want to pay attention to your cord, your plug, how it's wired. So I'm showing close up here of the purple and the purple and white wire. So the next thing you want to do is check, I'll go over it, verify that your dishwasher is or was wired correctly. All right. So, and then once you verify that, if you're still not getting heat, then you want to replace the board. Those are the three things that would stop you from heating. All right. Always start at the basic and the cheapest, easiest, and work your way up. All right. Follow along and enjoy the rest of the video.
No, I found your problem.
Yeah.
Look at this. See the burnt?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Discoloration
Yeah.
there.
So now I'm going to check this and see if this was even wired correctly. That definitely could have done it. So
that's the,
so these are your relays.
yeah.
So right now, if all was good, and these are actually little fuses, and sometimes these will go out and take out your, well, not take out, but stop sending power up there.
Mm-hmm.
And people just replace up there, but the issue is just that one guy. But normally you replace the board. I mean, I've fixed those as well, but so, but that burn is definitely not supposed to be there.
Mm.
So that's like a transformer. So he sends low voltage, turn that on. It's definitely a board issue. Let's see what your cord is wired like. I'm gonna check that. So the smooth side is your line, to give you an idea. So this is smooth, so this is line, and this is neutral. So we'll see what the plug end says. Oh, let's see. Hold on. So it's backwards. Look. The smooth is line. This is line. Idiots. So smooth should be black, which is line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they have videos on this. So that's probably what killed your dishwasher.
Well, let me know what it costs for the repair and everything.
That's the thing, you know, people.
I'm sure it's much less.
No, it is.
All right, so you see that dishwasher that was wired incorrectly. The smooth side is your line. So what was happening, the dishwasher was actually feeding power to the neutral instead of actually the line side. So over time that can actually damage the board, you're also sending power where power should not go. The neutral carries power back to the, well, to the power company. So it comes in on the black, goes out on the white. So the board is wired accordingly. So it should be wired properly to allow the unit to work properly. So always pay attention to how your dishwasher is actually wired up. A lot of these contractors that are doing these jobs, they don't understand. They don't know. So they just see the wires and they think they're all the same. You turn the unit on, and yes, it might work, but only for a time. Another thing to look at is the cord restraint. They did not tighten the restraint, so it was actually loose. And when it is loose, it causes the wires to move instead of being stationary. So a lot of things they did not do, and those things can cost you money. So you can see how it's moving. That should not be. So we're going to be going over getting that tightened up and getting it secured correctly. So, all right. One thing to note as you tighten or put your wire nut connectors on, make sure you tug on each of the wires, especially the wire for the dishwasher. Make sure that they're tucked and make sure they're well tightened. And you can actually add electrical tape. Just wrap it around, especially on the line, the black wire, just to make sure that everything is nice and secured. You can use a channel lock to tighten the restraint nut, or you can just twist it with your finger, tighten it up nicely, providing it's not moving. You're okay. All right. Perfect.
And I've even noticed, sometimes, well, in your case, probably won't happen.
All right, you see the burnt on the board? That is a telltale sign that the board is bad. So you do not want to put that board back in. We are going to do that until the new board comes in. So you can see it again on the cover. That is a sure sign of a damaged component. Now, when the wires are not correctly installed, it does not help at all. So make sure your unit is wired correctly. If you can get a surge protector, go ahead, put it on, plug it in, and that's going to help your dishwasher in the event of a surge. Now, what exactly caused that? I would say a combination of bad wiring or bad connection to the board, and maybe the unit was running longer than it should have, maybe a surge, but nonetheless, the unit was not wired correctly. So with the polarity not correct, that could have definitely contributed, or could have been probably the main culprit to it. You have to remember, you're sending power, and power is sitting on a component that normally would not be receiving power. So it might be leaving, but not sitting, waiting for power. So that's the most important thing you can take away from this, is make sure your dishwasher is wired correctly. Line to line, neutral to neutral, green to ground. Now, number one you want to do is make sure that the smooth side, if your cord is not colored or color coded, then you want to make sure that you pay attention to the smooth and then to the rib side, which is the neutral. All right.
And that's sad too, because here you have an opportunity for someone, to show someone that, okay, you're credible, and you're just burning bridges. Like, it's sick. I haven't seen his truck around. I haven't seen his business advertised, and I haven't seen his truck around. Well, they say, I hope he has the day he deserves. I'm the type where listen, I would help, and.
Regular GE dishwasher board here. Now, sometimes you might have a situation with your dishwasher where it's not heating, and you need to verify it. Now, you will see previously, or it might be after, the dishwasher I was working on, and we're dealing with polarity. Black is your line, white is your neutral. There's a reason for it. Power goes into the dishwasher on the line, goes through the component, comes out on the neutral. So if you wire your dishwasher incorrectly, now you have this sending power in to the dishwasher on the opposite side. It's doing damage, okay? The last dishwasher, that's my cat, had this part was burnt because you got to remember it's a transformer. But let's not get too deep into that. Basically, you want to make sure your dishwasher is wired correctly. You do not want to feed power where it comes out, is my point. So we're going to check to see if these relays are working. Set your meter, continuity. Now, each of these relays are responsible for the heating circuit, and I think one powers the drain pump and the wash motor simultaneously. All right, so what we're going to do, we have our line, and this is where your heater connects. Part of this wire is your thermal fuse. That's part of your circuitry, which I checked. So we're going to put our meter, and we're going to activate the relay. Okay. Now we switch to neutral, and we switch pins as well to the next one, and go to the next relay. So super, super important that you make sure you get your polarity correct. I will link my video on how to know which is line. If you're using a dishwasher cord that is not marked, you need to make sure that you know exactly where line goes and neutral. All right, guys, that covers that. Thanks for watching.